DCU is a university of enterprise, talent, transformation and impact. We opened in 1980 as a national institute for higher education with an initial student intake of only 200. By 1989, DCU had become a university, and now we have more than 17,000 students following the completion in 2016 of the incorporation of St Patrick's College Drumcondra, the Church of Ireland College of Education and the Mater Dei Institute. In the QS World University Rankings for 2020, DCU ranks between 61 and 70 among the top 100 new universities worldwide that were established in the last 50 years. The QS Rankings 2020 placed DCU 19th in the world for graduate employment rate, allowing us to say with confidence that we are indeed a university of talent and transformation. Enterprise engagement is a strategic focus and differentiator for us, not just in research but in teaching and student placement. We believe that innovation flourishes when it's the result of collaboration across disciplines and with external enterprises. We prefer to collaborate to innovate. To encourage that collaboration, DCU Invent was set up to be the gateway for industry interaction with our research community and to provide incubation services for early stage startup companies. In 2013, we opened our innovation campus DCU Alpha to be a place where companies can scale and work in close proximity to the research community and with each other, with an emphasis now on the Internet of Things, sensors and data analytics. Over the last 5 years, while DCU secured 8% of national research funding to universities, it actually won 13% of industry research contracts, according to Knowledge Transfer Ireland data, and completed 18% of all intellectual property transactions from the university sector in Ireland. DCU is having an impact nationally. Our thematic research areas are broadly based. Time doesn't allow me to do justice to any individual theme today, whether in science and engineering or humanities. Under health technologies and the healthy society, we have the National Institute for Cellular Biotechnology, NICB, the National Centre for Sensor Research, NCSR, the International Centre for Neurotherapeutics, ICNT, and the Fraunhofer Project Centre, FPC. NICB's research includes cellular engineering for efficient production methods for next generation biopharma drugs, cancer research with international partners, and research into cell-based therapies for fighting blindness. Our International Centre for Neurotherapeutics has discovered and designed novel compounds for treating chronic pain. The Fraunhofer Project Centre, FPC, specialises in microfluidic-based lab-on-a-chip technologies for rapid diagnostics and measurement in environmental and food applications, as well as medical diagnostics. FPC is an international partnership funded by Science Foundation Ireland, DCU and the world-famous Fraunhofer Gesellschaft organisation in Germany. The FPC Centre works in partnership with industry and the Fraunhofer Centre in Aachen in Germany, specialising in precision manufacturing to de-risk and scale new microfluidic solutions to make them fit for industry at high technology readiness levels. DCU has long been recognised for its strengths in information technology. We're currently leading the SFI-funded Centre Insight, which is Europe's largest academic and industry collaboration in data analytics. We were founder members of ADAPT, the Centre for Digital Content, which is now led by Trinity College, where DCU's internationally recognised expertise in machine-based translation has led to 2 successful spin-out companies with significant commercial impact. We're members of the Photonics Consortium IPIC, led by Tyndall at UCC. DCU's work in photonics and optical communications helps drive new innovations in resolving the capacity crunch problem in fibre-based broadband networks. An example of that is our spin-out company Pilot Photonics, which has received funding under the Disruptive Technology Innovation Fund that I will talk a bit about later. We have a strong commitment to collaboration with industry. We have 3 significant centres in advanced manufacturing and materials. Our National Centre for Plasma Science and Technology works closely with leading semiconductor manufacturers to resolve fundamental challenges in materials science related to the production of semiconductors that grow in computing power and still get smaller every year. NCPST involves researchers from our School of Physics and the School of Electronic Engineering. Our Advanced Processing Technology Centre, APT, works closely with industry to find new efficient methods of production in micro and nano systems, advanced materials engineering and bioengineering. DCU was a founding partner of IFORM, the SFI Centre currently led by UCD. It is a centre for advanced manufacturing using digital technologies to improve materials processing by drawing on a nationwide pool of expertise in materials science, engineering, data analytics and cognitive computing. Our research into sustainable economies and societies, for example, includes the work of the DCU Water Institute. Professor Fiona Regan will speak about it later. The Centre for Family Business addresses important aspects of business management, growth and survival through multiple generations. The Global Centre for Sustainability Outcomes, of which DCU is a member, is involved in projects for off-grid renewable energy, managing plastic waste, to scaling green infrastructure, post-disaster agricultural resilience, and scaling sustainability education models. As the President said in his opening address, not all our research is technology-led. Humanities research, such as our work in democratic and secure societies, is exemplified by the Institute for International Conflict Resolution and Reconstruction, which was launched by Hillary Clinton in 2012. It leads the largest network of excellence on violent online political extremism. Our Institute for Future Media and Journalism, FUJO, is working on challenges and concerns around the power of social media, false information and the emergence of multiple digital news platforms. It's a cross-disciplinary centre also working with external stakeholders as well as with teams from DCU School of Communications and the faculties of Humanities and Social Sciences, involving researchers from our Insight and Adapt SFI centres along with our Institute of Ethics. Although it's a young university, only 40 years old, DCU has a 209-year heritage now in teaching and educational research through the long tradition of scholarship going back to its origins in the Church of Ireland College of Education in Rathmines and St Patrick's College, Drumcondra, which are now central to DCU's mission as a university. Our Castell Centre for the Advancement of STEM Teaching and Learning is dedicated to helping future generations to be equipped to live in a digital and numerate world. Our Centre for Evaluation, Quality and Inspection is active on assessment and best practice in an area which has been so topical lately for families, secondary schools and universities. With international funding support, our National Anti-Bullying Research and Resource Centre undertakes research on school bullying, workplace bullying, homophobic bullying and cyberbullying. I hope that you will get some sense from our research in humanities that it is hugely relevant more than ever to the complex, rapidly evolving technological world we live in. By engaging in teaching and research in these areas, we can inform our graduates who will go on to influence public policy and corporate strategies. We hope that they will help to create responsive and innovative educational possibilities for all of our young people through reflection and dialogue. Professor Kyo mentioned that I would talk about funding opportunities for collaborative research. Early stage research is inherently uncertain with no guaranteed outcomes, particularly in science and engineering. In Ireland, we are fortunate to have very supportive state agencies and departments such as the Irish Research Council, Enterprise Ireland, Science Foundation Ireland and the Department of Business, Enterprise and Innovation. The simplest funding mechanism for small projects is the Innovation Voucher Scheme that can provide a company with a grant of €5,000 to explore potential approaches to innovation challenges. There are rolling calls for innovation vouchers. Sponsored PhD projects can be supported by IRC grants, typically of 66%, under which a company can define a research project or even have a postdoctoral PhD researcher funded to address a company research problem. There's also a scheme to support an employment-based PhD project for a graduate. If a significant opportunity is identified, Enterprise Ireland, through its Innovation Partnership Scheme, can contribute up to 80% grants for projects that involve a research challenge with a degree of inherent uncertainty. Both small and medium-sized enterprises and multinational companies are eligible to participate in what is fundamentally a collaborative research relationship with a university. The grant ranges typically from 50 to 80% of amounts ranging from €100,000 to €500,000. For earlier stage research projects, funding of typically 50% is available through Science Foundation Ireland research centres for what are known as targeted projects, defined by a company in SFI centres such as Insight, Adapt and IFORM, which draw on the underlying science and research expertise of those centres. There are intellectual property considerations and rules around EU state aid that Invent can help to navigate. The Disruptive Technology Innovation Fund has been allocated up to 500 million under Project Ireland 2040. The third call for applications is now open and closes on December 17th. Successful consortia usually involve a multinational company, an SME and one or more universities. Grants of up to 50% of the industry costs and 100% of the academic costs can be awarded for projects that are ambitious, game-changing and disruptive of business models, markets or technologies. This is not a suitable call for incremental innovation or product improvements. Awards can range from 1 million to 10 million or more. DCU has been successful in forming significant new partnerships under this scheme. You will hear more about one example from TechWorks Marine, which is involved with DCU's Water Institute later on. Economic outputs should be demonstrable within 3 to 7 years. Enterprise Ireland will be holding a DTIF call webinar on the 22nd of October. We in DCU Invent are keen to talk to potential partners, to explore possibilities to collaborate, to innovate, so please contact us during or after this event today. I've mentioned the Innovation Partnership Scheme, which is widely used at DCU. As I said earlier, a grant of up to 80% of the direct costs of the project may be awarded to the university, which then contracts with the company. All of the key commercial and intellectual property issues are resolved before submitting the application. This scheme is an attractive alternative to fully funded contract research, which can typically cost twice as much as an innovation partnership when overheads and other mandatory costs are included. Companies are still eligible to get R&D tax relief for their financial contribution to the project. When companies were surveyed nationally, 99% said they would recommend the scheme to another company. 76% got exactly what they wanted. That reflects the research risk. Sometimes more research is needed. For every euro invested by Enterprise Ireland, it generated €7 for the company in increased economic benefit. DCU Invent is open for business. We're helping to drive innovation with impact at DCU through effective collaboration in a business-like and professional manner. Our innovation campus at DCU Alpha is a short walk from the main campus and is now home to more than 100 digital economy companies, large and small. We can offer facilities for incubation at DCU Invent and more extensive facilities for scaling at DCU Alpha, as well as access to specialised laboratory facilities in our Nano Research Centre, which offers open access to high-end, state-of-the-art scientific equipment. We also have other laboratories such as those in the NICB Centre on the main campus, so please talk to us to see how we could help your project. In conclusion, there are smart people in DCU who can help your business. Funding is available for the right project, and DCU Invent is here to help to make it happen. For further discussion, please contact our business development team shown here. Thank you very much.